World Metrology Day, May 20th, is an annual event during which countries the world over celebrate the impact and measurement on our daily lives. This day was chosen in recognition of the signing of the Meter Convention on May 20th, 1875, which marked the beginning of formal international collaboration in metrology. In layman's terms, the science of measurement. This treaty provides the basis for a coherent measurement system worldwide that underpins scientific discovery and innovation, industrial manufacturing, and international trade, as well as the improvement of the quality of life and the protection of global environment. Each year, World Metrology Day is organized and celebrated jointly by the International Bureau of Weights and Measures, the BIPM, and the International Organization of Legal Metrology, the OIML, with the participation of national institutions responsible for the subject. In Antigua and Barbuda, metrology is managed by the Antigua and Barbuda Bureau of Standards. The theme for this year's World Metrology Day is Measurements for Transport. This theme was chosen because of the vital and key role that transport plays in the modern world. We not only move ourselves, but also the food we eat, the clothes we wear, the goods we use and rely on, and not forgetting, of course, the raw materials from which they're made. Doing so safely, efficiently, and with minimal environmental impact requires an astonishing range of measurements. Businesses and citizens around the world depend on access to safe and reliable transport. It is one of the factors that is most important in enabling a successful and modern society. Every type of transport, from bicycles to container ships, from cars to spacecraft, are required to meet appropriate standards. These standards are needed as a basis for national and international regulation. They can specify requirements for every aspect of performance, from safety and economy through to emissions. The implementation of standards depend on measurement technology and measurement standards, some of the most demanding that are underpinned by the work of national metrology institutes and include accurate and rapid weighing of shipping containers to ensure safe loading of container ships, valid measurements of the chemical composition of vehicle emissions to support regulations on regulators and city authorities in controlling pollution levels. As the demands for efficient transport increase, demands for measurement and standards to underpin them also increase. Legal metrology is very much a part of our everyday lives. In many ways, transport always plays a significant role in the lives of everyone, every day. Water, gas, electricity, for examples, must be transported from their source to their point of use, such as our homes and businesses. Petrol and diesel must be transported from their source through to refineries, to storage tanks, and finally to automobiles and trucks. Much of the produce, vegetables, meat, and other staples we need must also be transported from their source to the local market through to the table. Legal metrology is that branch of metrology that deals with the laws and regulations relating to units of measurement, measuring devices, and measurement methods. It helps provide support and protection to areas such as public safety and health, the environment, and trade. Measurements are so much a part of our daily lives that very often we tend to take them for granted and possibly do not even notice them. Examples of this: we monitor the speed at which we drive to ensure we travel at safe rates and thus reduce road casualties. We undergo medical checks to make sure we remain healthy. We use time to be punctual for appointments and satellites position and pinpoint all locations. We consume electricity, gas, and water, which are billed based on measurements. We buy meat, fish, poultry, fruit, vegetables, all by weight. We fill our cars with fuel by volume. And it goes on, the value and daily use of metrology. Legislation on measurements and measuring instruments are required in all of these cases, as well as when there's a need to protect both the buyer and the seller in a commercial transaction, or where measurements are used to apply a sanction. Virtually all countries provide such protection by including metrology in the legislation, hence the term legal metrology. Our own Metrology Act was proclaimed in December of 2016 and came into force on the 3rd of April of this year. The Act makes new provisions for weights and measures and repeals the Weights and Measures Act, Cap 335. Part 4 of the new Act states that all weighing and measuring equipment for use in trade shall be subject to pattern approval, initial verification, in-service verification, and verification after repair or modification. In this regard, and preempting the proclamation of the Act, the Antigua and Barbuda Bureau of Standards began working with petrol providers WIOC and Rubis to develop a program for the verification of all fuel pumps across the nation. Experts were brought in from the Bureau of Standards of Jamaica, and personnel from Rubis, APUA, the Transport Board, the Bureau of Standards, and WIOC were trained in the theory and practice of verification of fuel pumps. The basic tenet of a verification program is the use of calibrated measuring equipment. Over the past few weeks, the Bureau has contracted its services of the Bureau of Standards in Trinidad and Tobago to calibrate its volumetric provers, which will be used for the verification of fuel pumps. The Bureau of Standards expects that this service will be fully operational by June of this year. Similarly, programs for verification of other weighing and measuring instruments, such as scales, balances, meters, etc., will be developed in accordance with the requirements of the Metrology Act and be brought on stream in due course. The entire verification process is intended to protect both the suppliers and the consumers. When a measuring instrument is over-delivering, the retailer is selling at a financial loss. If a measuring instrument is under-delivering, the consumer is shortchanged. The Bureau of Standards therefore serves as an effective interface between sellers and consumers, thus ensuring fair trade and business practices, and ultimately protection for all. World Metrology Day recognizes and celebrates the contribution of all the people who work in intergovernmental and national metrology institutions and organizations throughout the year and on our behalf. Let us therefore join with and support all the organizations, and especially the Antigua and Barbuda Bureau of Standards, as we celebrate World Metrology Day 2017. Happy World Metrology Day to all.